Hello everybody, pleasure to be with you again for another reading. Today we're going to focus on full moon energies. We have the full moon in Taurus. Oh, just such wonderful energies. With the eclipse that we've had at the moment, some of the energies have been quite heavy, but it's given us the opportunity to really lean into ourselves and look deeper and explore exactly what's been hidden, which has then maybe encouraged us or allowed us to realize what we truly want and what we desire. So for me, this time has been really magical, and of course it's just about your perspective. If you choose to find something positive in every situation, chances are positive things will be happening to you. Of course, don't despair that if you've been feeling a bit down and you've been feeling quite slow, if you've chosen to slow down and listen to yourself in that aspect, that's also the right thing to do, in my opinion. So nonetheless, let's have a look at some energies today. This is a general reading for anyone who would like to accept it, and of course it's completely up to you how you decide to work with the messages that I'm going to give you today. With that being said, before I started the reading, I thought, well, I had a intuitive sort of nudge to pick up this book. It's called Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. It's a very, very old book, and I just sort of intuitively opened a page, and there's always little messages in this book relating to some sort of issue or thought, and number 44 is one that sort of popped out at me. We had, I think, number 4 in the last reading as well, and I told you that number 4, it's all about patience, about practicality, it's about exploration and new avenues, new possibilities. So let's read this message to start with, and then we're going to look at cards. Number 44. Give yourself a gift, the present moment. People out of posthumous fame forget that the generations to come will be the same annoying people they know now, and just as mortal. What does it matter to you if they say X about you or think Y? Give yourself a gift, the present moment. Don't worry about what other people think about you, because it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, is what this message is saying, which I think is very fitting actually. The present moment, you know, this full moon, this eclipse has really been teaching us about the present moment, about what's important for us, and I think we have hopefully allowed ourselves to let go of some things to then allow more things to come to us, you know. I had this really interesting reminder the other day that, you know, if you're moving a house or you're traveling, you don't take your whole house with you. You just take specific items that you're going to need for that time being, for you to feel comfortable or for you to feel settled or to survive in some sort of way. And this is how we should look at life as well. When we're moving into a new chapter of our life, we shouldn't carry all of our baggage with us, pack absolutely everything with us. You know, why? Let's free up space, let's leave things behind, let's gift them to other people, let's choose to move on and then start new, start fresh. So yes. Right, so today I've got some oracle cards and I've got 2 different tarot decks. We're going to look at some messages. I have in mind 4 different areas that we're going to look at today. First of all, the current situation, what energies are we dealing with? Second of all, the gifts that are coming to us in the near future. Third of all, relationships, whether romantic, friendships, supportive relationships, and so on. And fourth, we're going to look at money and career, because Taurus is very much about abundance, stability, and career avenues and prospects. So that's what we're going to focus on. Okie dokie, so let's start with taking cards for each of those groups and then talk about it together. So first of all, the current situation. What is the energy for the current situation? What should we know? Current situation for the collective. Thank you. What gift or gifts are coming in the near future? What gift or gifts are coming in the near future? Please show me what gift or gifts are coming in the near future. Okay. One or two? One. Oh, okay, two. Thank you. Relationships. What's the energy for relationships? What's the energy for relationships? What should we be aware of? Energy for relationships. Thank you. We had a little sneak peek there. And then money and career. Okay, thank you. Right. Not to worry if you can't see them all clearly at the moment. We're going to focus on them separately anyway. Okie dokie. So let's move these to the side for a moment. And let's start focusing on our first topic, current situation. What's the current situation energies? Number 45, beyond the ordinary. Very interesting, beyond the ordinary. Let's clarify this first with some tarot and then let's talk about it. Please clarify current energies. Please give us messages for the current energies. What should we know about current situation that we're experiencing? I'm sure there was one that just turned over. Oh. Current energies. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you. Okay, these two cards actually landed on the relationships, so I'm just going to keep them there. And let's have a look at the cards that we've got here. Okay, 16, the Tower card. 8, this is the Stag. 2 of Swords. Okay, number 3, the Green Woman. Okay, so current energies, current situation. So beyond the ordinary, number 45. To me, this really speaks volumes about connecting the mind, soul and the body, about the need to be listening to every aspect of yourself, to realize the duality that's within you. So the darker aspects as well as the lighter aspects, all of your emotions that are wanted to come to the surface, really listening to yourself. This may also, for example, explain my back has been really hurting recently, so perhaps some of you may be experiencing back pain because we are a collective, so you know what I feel you may feel. So it's about listening to your body. You know, you may be feeling like you want to continue working hard and you haven't got time to waste, quote unquote, by resting, but this may be just telling us, you know, beyond the ordinary, that things are appearing for a reason. You know, there is a need to change things from the usual cycle. So just because something has been working for you so far doesn't mean that it's the right process, that it's always going to be the right way. There is always a need for flexibility, for change. I talked about this in the last reading as well, that, you know, although we may be stable, we may have a strong vision of what we want to achieve or what interests us, or the way that we wanting to go, we still need to remain flexible, especially when it comes to ourselves. You know, this card is the current energies of ourselves, of our situation. So this is all about being flexible and understanding towards yourself, you know, understanding the signals that your body, your mind, your soul, your heart are giving you and working with them, and then solidifying into that one, you know, becoming one with yourself. This is not about looking after other people or stepping out to be connected with others. This is specifically about connecting with yourself. When we look at the tarot card here, for some of you, you know, I really feel like the Tower moment brings on that clarity, in a perhaps not very positive way. You might have sustained an injury, something, you know, that really shook you up might have happened, where perhaps you weren't really listening to yourself, listening to the signals of your mind, your heart, your body, your intuition, whatever part of yourself, and you kept sort of going your own way because you thought, I've always done it this way, so it's going to be fine, it's just going to somehow sort of work out, and you perhaps just weren't really listening or absorbing the messages that were coming through. So something really drastic and perhaps harsh really had to happen for you to realize, for you to finally you know, make that choice to do something differently. Of course, for some of us, it may not have been that harsh. It may have just simply be that, okay, my back's hurting now because I, you know, wasn't listening to myself and, you know, carried on working when I was meant to be resting. But even so, that's still stopping you from perhaps doing things that you wanted to do, you know, like if I again just use myself as an example, I wanted to go to the gym and today I can't, you know. So that's very annoying, but that's the Tower moment where you're like, okay, well, I do really have to listen to myself, because obviously the message was important enough that I was meant to be listening to it, and now I'm sort of still reaping the rewards of the things that I've put in, you know, sort of the seeds that I've put in the soil. I am now reaping the rewards of that, whether that's positive or negative in some sort of way. So that's the Tower moment, really, really listening to ourselves. And perhaps this is also some information coming through with this stag over here, who's got this drum with the Tree of Life on it. There might be some sort of message coming through from a person, from I do want to say from a reliable source, whatever source that is for you, whether you trust the news, whether you trust the radio, you trust the newspaper, you trust Facebook, or whatever it may be, there might be a message coming through to give you some very important information about this Tower moment, where you will finally come to realize why it happened, or why it was important that this Tower moment, you know, sort of occurred to you. This is a change of perspective as well. Fire signs may be very important here. Different roads, different pathways. Can you see you've got sort of two different options here? So there might be some sort of message coming through. This to me as well is about spiritual journeying, so about rituals, about of course it's the full moon card reading, so it may be to do with manifesting during the full moon, connecting with your ancestors, you know. We might have some traditions here, so something that's really important to you, for you to rediscover. That will be the important message. You know, you will finally remember some sort of craft or something really important that will move you along in your current situation, in your current energies. The Two of Swords here, in a way, this is, you know, again, balancing out. So there is a message about stop sort of blindly following what you've known so far, because this is about feeling unjustified, feeling hurt, feeling betrayed. But to me, it still keeps jumping out because of this Oracle card here, that this is to do with you. You know, perhaps you feel betrayed by yourself. You feel betrayed by your own not listening to your intuition. You know, perhaps you're now thinking, oh, I really should have listened to myself when, you know, I thought so-and-so was like this, or this situation was going to play out this way. I knew it. Sort of sometimes we say, oh, bloody knew it, you know, I knew this was going to happen. But we just didn't choose to listen to ourselves. We perhaps choose the best case scenario, you know, the fantasy that the illusion in a way that we've created for the outcome, rather than listening to the spiritual messages, because feathers signify spiritual messages. They can signify angel messages, you know, your gut feeling. So sometimes we choose to see the best case scenario, choose to live in that fantasy, and we literally put a blindfold over our eyes and don't see the reality of it, because we don't want to get hurt. We perhaps are too tired to keep continuing to work. You know, I often say, oh, I don't want to work on myself anymore. You know, it's so hard. You have to keep sort of working through things and that. But you will always come to it. It will always come to that point, because what's meant for you will always find you, you know, and that's very important. So let's, again, if you haven't seen the previous reading, I would definitely suggest that you do watch it, because this, again, just very much relates to what I said there. But, you know, seeing beyond the illusion, let's not live in lies. Let's not live in best case scenarios. Let's live in this reality, you know. Let's be very honest, and let's listen to the messages that are coming through from ourselves specifically. This is to do with ourselves, what we're telling ourselves, you know. We know the truth. This green woman, number 3, is all about self-expression, about flexibility again, and about absorbing information, about knowledge, about wisdom. This really reminds me of the Magician card. So again, manifesting. I think manifestation has gotten quite not a bad rap, but I think people don't understand manifestation for what it is. I think manifestation people just usually think like, oh, money or relationships, but manifesting is just the way to live out your full potential. Every single day you are manifesting. If you are living your own truth, if you are listening to yourself, then you're automatically realigning with what's meant to be coming to you. If you're in denial, if you're in doubt, if you're not listening to yourself, if you're hurting yourself on purpose, if you're denying yourself of specific things, then you are not aligned with what's meant to be coming to you, and in that way you will be missing opportunities. I hope that makes sense. I'm just saying it as it comes. Of course, you know, it may not resonate with you fully, but if anything sort of, you know, makes you feel a specific way or annoys you, if I say something that you find like annoying and you're just like, what the fuck, that's so annoying, if any emotion is sparked in you from anything that the cards say, it's a message for you. If it annoys you, if it angers you, if it resonates with you, if you love the message, if you hate the message, it is a message for you. Because if an emotion is stimulated in you within the words that I'm saying here, it's an automatic message for you that there's something for you to be unfolding, you know, working through, discovering about that message. Just bear that in mind. So just clarifying this message further, just to see if I've forgotten anything or if I've missed out on any points. Let's have a little story here of the current situation. What's the story? Current situation, story for the collective. What is the story here? What are we not understanding about our current situation, perhaps, or... Okay, all right, okay. That's way too many cards. So perhaps, again, just too many things. There's too many things. We need to be streamlining. We need to be focusing on what's important. Honestly, the advice I would give here is just focus on yourself. Forget about the rest. I know we all have worries in our lives, of course. We are thinking of things. We are working. We have family. We have relationships. But the best way you can tackle these things is if you focus on yourself. Again, in this card as well, too many options. Can you see? Phoebe is like, oh God, like there's too many options. 7 of Cups, you know. She's like, oh, I don't know what to choose. Sometimes when we've got too many options, even if they're positive, it can really make us uneasy because we don't know what to choose from. So streamline yourself down to really learning about yourself in this current situation. Now is the best time to do it. Again, the eclipse brings out all the parts of ourselves that we've perhaps not known yet. You know, we're still yet to unfold. So streamline, really nitpick even what's really important for you right here, right now. When I come back to that manifestation, actually, that's the best way to do it, you know. Sit down with yourself and write down 3 priorities. What's most important for you right here, right now. And I bet you will find that you are the source of everything. Even if you put number 1 priority is work, you are the one going to work. You are the one doing the task. So if you don't look after yourself, you won't be able to go. If your priority is a relationship, you are part of that relationship. So if you're not going to look after yourself, how the hell are you going to have this relationship? So really nitpick and streamline, and I'm sure you will find that you are the source of everything. You are the key, okay? And I'm sure we talked about that in the last reading as well. Keys may be very important symbols for you. I think maybe that's why I said it in the previous reading, because now I'm saying it again. You are the key. And then we've got 7 of Pentacles. Again, this really emotes in me too many choices. Again, we can see here some sort of illusion, the best case scenario, choosing to live in illusion, and putting too much on yourself. Almost like when you say, oh, I really have so much work, but I will still do this. You know, I keep adding the burden, I keep adding the pressure. And you can only do that for so long until you break, until you have that tower moment, you know, until things start to sort of crumble down. So just be very careful. I don't want to obviously scare you. This message is positive in a way. It's very positive because it's just telling you that you are the key. If you start focusing on yourself, if you give yourself that time of the day, not with pressure, with ease, just ask yourself, what do I need right now? Do I need to go lie down? Do I need to go have a meal? Do I need to go to the toilet? You know, like very basic things that you may have been forgetting about because you've been overwhelming yourself with other things that you thought were more important. You know, so yes, just bear that in mind. You are the key is the message, the energy for the current situation that you're in. You are the key. Okay, thank you. So we're going to move on to our 2 cards, which is lovely because it's the gifts that are coming to us in the near future. How lovely that we've got 2 cards, possibly 2 gifts. First of all, 44. Oh, I just love this number. I just love when things come together like this. So the present moment, divine matrix. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And 16, the royal you. Wow, well, somebody's going to have a glow up, aren't they? That's incredible. Okay, let's have a look at tarot. The gifts that are coming towards us. Gifts coming towards us. What gifts are coming towards us? I've got goosebumps. Oh my God, this is amazing. Gifts coming towards us. I'm so excited because this reading is of course for me as well. So I'm so pumped to see this. Gifts coming towards us. The gifts that are coming towards us. Thank you. Oh my God. Right, so Divine Matrix. For some of you, you may not want to hear this because I think sometimes we find this a bit annoying, but this is divine timing, divine timelines. Oh, how it really links to the first message of the current situation. You need to be aligning with your true self to be entering this divine matrix, to be entering this divine timeline. Depending on how you feel within yourself is what you will attract. There is no question about it. So the divine matrix number 44 is about patience, of course, but it's about connections. It's about bringing in what's meant to be together, bringing in the puzzle pieces to connect, to make that picture very clear for you. So again, my advice is work on yourself through the current situation, what I've just said, and you will bring in what you desire. Everything will come together to form the royal you. Oh my God, I feel like crying because this is so amazing. The royal you is the best version of yourself. Everything you've ever wished for, you can have. Oh my God, this is so amazing. So why I had goosebumps, because we got the 6 of Cups. I can't pick these cards up. 6 of Cups, connections, coming together with somebody, a love, a connection with a person. Past lives is really coming through strong. The past lives, the imagery here, past lives coming together from 2 different viewpoints, finally coming together to a place that we've known before. You know, the safe place. This is a very safe place. Animals drink from waters that are safe. Yeah, flow, the 6 of Cups. Look how they're floating so gently. It really reminds me of like Harry Potter. So magic, magical moment of, wow, oh my God, we're here. Like it happened. It's come together, you know, like almost like an unbelievable situation. Okay, so we've got this, I forget what it's called in English. this wildcat, the lynx, there we go, lynx. Okay. All right. So this is creativity, feminine energy. Again, we've got the ancestors, we've got past lives coming together to give a message, transformation, fire. Responsibility. Okay, let me see, make sure you can see everything. Right, so gifts that are coming to us in the future are most definitely relationships or connections that will hold a very great value, that will be equal in give and take. It will no longer be this energy of responsibility, like I have to keep putting more effort, otherwise it's not going to work. Like us being the only person responsible. You know, taking that thing where someone stops talking to you, so you even add, you're like, okay, I'll have to talk more then, because I have to like sort of get it out of them, or like, oh, I need to keep this relationship going, or this partnership or friendship, I have to keep it going, so I'm going to keep trying and I'm going to put all the burden on myself. No. This is going to be a relationship that's equal in give and take, that's equal in support, in knowledge even. I do sense some very similar abilities, for example. So it may be a connection from a workplace, it may be a connection from a group that you're known to, or a hobby, for example, or somebody who's interested in similar things to you. The feminine energy here in me just really stimulates nurturing energy, the love that hasn't got any rules or any restrictions, you know, love that is never ending. That's creative. When I say love, it may not be a romantic relationship if you don't resonate. Of course, this may be somebody who's going to be just very supportive of you, a great friend, somebody who's going to be there for you, somebody who's going to understand you, somebody who has the knowledge to support you, and vice versa. You know, you resonate in this way. You are there for each other. You ascend, you know, ascending together. You level up together. You know, you help each other to do that, but you're no longer codependent. There is no toxicity. There is very much that transformation from the previous Tower moment where things have now moved along. You know, look at people, they're so happy. They're all very settled. They're all very supportive. Actually, all of these people in this picture are men, you know, so that masculine feminine energy balance is showing up here as well. This card, I think, is just about perhaps the need to protect yourself, and I think you will be letting that go. I think that's the big gift here, learning how to trust again, not being scared to trust, and not being scared to open up to other people, because you know that give and take is very equal. There is no hidden agenda. Why? Because you've now connected with yourself from the previous reading that we just had, from the current situation. You're now connected with yourself. You know your self-worth, and with that you've aligned with your timeline, you've aligned with your divine matrix, and you can now receive everything that's going to resonate with you, and you don't have to now seek ulterior motives, or trying to read through what the person means, or, you know, why they're behaving this way, let me like try and work out. No, it's very obvious. Everything's going to be very obvious to you. You no longer have to question things or question yourself. That's the big gift, because you will get to know yourself to that level where you know you can rely on yourself fully. You can rely on your intuition, your gut feeling. You know, your body will tell you, I don't really feel good with this person. Or on the other hand, oh, I feel butterflies, like this person's amazing. It will tell you, you know. Let's have a story here. What's the story for the gifts that are coming to us in the near future? What gifts are coming to us in the near future? Can I have another card? Just to clarify, please. Thank you. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the Eight of Swords here, in this story, I see again somebody who's been tied down by their own insecurity, somebody who's let themselves shut off from the world and from other people because of their own fears, you know, a sort of rather run away than be hurt again sort of thing, you know, maybe not trusting other people. And I don't mean it in just relationships, by the way. This is not the relationship portion of the reading, but this is about connection with people. So seeking opportunities, you know, I'd rather not seek that opportunity, because what if I'm not good enough? You know, the insecurities. What if they won't give it to me? Or what if I won't get this job? Or what if I won't get picked? Or what if I embarrass myself, for example, you know? The Eight of Swords is the insecurities just really weighing you down. But I do see, again, somebody moving along, quite literally moving places, you know? Somebody getting on a flight and moving along. The Three of Wands. With that security, with that patience, with the strength. Number 3, again, self expression, you know, inspiration, adventure. Yeah. So I can see somebody moving away from the insecure self to somebody who's very strong and knows what they want, and they're taking the steps, the active steps to achieve it. So that's the big gift. You are finally stepping into your full potential. You know who you are. You won't let anybody weigh you down or mess you about. And because of that, because you've come to this realization and you've stepped into your full power, you know who you are. You're quite literally shining. You are the royal you. You are the best version of yourself. With that, you're attracting people and opportunities in the way that will be very clear. You will know it's for you. You know, you will know, this is for me 100%. I'm definitely getting this. I know I can achieve this. I know I can get this. I want it. I got it. That's that sort of energy here. That's the big gift. And the Nine of Wands to finish off this journey. Just a reminder, I think, that even though you may be feeling this way, sometimes there will be challenges coming back from your old mindsets, from your own old sort of vision of yourself. So just don't forget that, you know, don't get, I think, stubborn, or don't get complacent, where you forget that there's always room for change, for opportunities, for growth. At the bottom, oh my God, Ace of Pentacles. So despite these challenges, you will always be successful, is what this is saying. Like, this is absolutely amazing. Wow, there's so much success. Like, we've got so much to be looking forward to. And if you accept this gift that's just come through, just say to yourself, I accept these gifts, you know, and just get really excited for what's to come. Look forward to it, because this is absolutely amazing and it's going to be incredible. It's actually going to change your life, I think, some of you. All of us. It can change our lives if we let it, for the best, for the better. Wow, so that's the gifts. Just incredible, incredible. Right, and so let's move on with this in mind to, oh sorry, I have a card for this, haven't I? To relationships. Relationships. Okay. A burst of magic. Holy shit. The burst of magic in relationships. Like, I don't think we could have gotten a better card. Look at that lotus flower. That's the growth. This is the soulmate card for me. This is like actually magic. Let's have a look at tarot and clarify everything. Decisions, choices, decisions. Okay, very interesting. Again, these two cards signify decisions or some sort of tough choice, but let's have a look further. Relationships, what is the message here? Please clarify. Whoops. Please clarify relationships. Thank you. Aha, I understand. Thank you. I get it. Right, so we started our relationship reading strong, very strong, with this burst of magic. And then we got these first, I'd say, 3 cards. They're a bit challenging here, but don't despair. What this is basically saying is that there may be somebody coming back because they might be regretting something, or they want a second chance with you. So you are standing in front of some sort of decision, deciding whether you are going to forgive and restart. Of course, the decision is always yours. What I'm going to say here, though, is with the previous 2 bits that we've just done, ask yourself whether this is aligning with your current self, whether forgiving and accepting this person back into your life is in alignment, whether it's going to be a step back or step forward, whether it's going to be something that's going to help you grow or leave you stagnating. That's just something I would say here. Of course, this is not applying to everybody. Maybe there's no one coming back for you, and in which case, you know, you can disregard this message. But either way, I do think there will be a soother or somebody coming through. When I say relationships, I'm going to speak about romantic relationships here mainly. There may be few people interested in you when you will have a bit of a choice, and you need to decide whether that choice is going to be something that's going to be able to grow, you know, like this lotus flower, something that's going to be able to ground you and really have those roots fully and really strongly rooted for future endeavors, or whether it's going to take you back whether you're going to get back to this energy of, okay, it's not the best, but I'll sort of, you know, survive it, I'll live it, you know, like it's going to be okay or whatever. So you just got to decide whether that's something you want to do. With the lotus flower, what I will say is that the lotus, the roots, they go all the way down into the muddiest aspects of the water, to the darkness, to the grit, and, you know, not the nice part. You can't even see in those waters, is that dark in there, and that's where they root. But what happens afterwards is that they bloom, they grow, and we can see them on the surface of the water, you know, all beautiful and extraordinary, holding perhaps some secrets, you know, and we don't see them often even, you know, they are quite unique in their appearance. So, you know, sometimes it's about going through that process of muddy waters and rooting yourself, perhaps letting go of something before you can bloom fully. Translate that as you will. Maybe it's working on a past connection where you need to go through this muddiness of talking things through and then moving along and having that energy of working and, you know, standing for what you believe in before you can fully bloom. Or sometimes it's letting go of things in those muddy waters so that you can ground yourself and root yourself even more and then finally bloom. So obviously apply it to your situation as you will. Either way, there is an amazing connection coming. A king of cups. So it could be a water sign, it could be an air sign actually, I'm feeling too. And the sun. Look at the heart chakra, exploding with desire, exploding with passion. So what this could also be saying is that the difficulties that you've already gone through are now manifesting into the King of Cups, where you are feeling stable, you are feeling rooted, you're feeling very confident in yourself. And with that, of course, again, you're aligning with your highest good, you're aligning with your timeline, with your divine matrix, and you're attracting your final soulmate, somebody who's going to be the sun of your life. Sun of life is the name of this card. The heart chakra exploding with love and light. Incredible. Let's have a look at a story, what may be happening in relationships for us. Please give us a story of what may be happening. Oh, thank you. Again, the choices here. Choices, this card. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. And then let's look at the bottom of the deck. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I can't make this up. The bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups, which is the ultimate soulmate card. Here's her lobster. Soulmate card at the bottom. Okay, let's have a look. Right, Ace of Cups. Okay. All right. I do want to put it this way, actually. That makes some more sense to me. Okay, so choices. And I think sometimes, again, this may be a unrealistic, illusionary mindset. You know, judgment even. We might be judgmental of some people because they don't represent the typical view of what we thought our partner or relationship might be like. So this is perhaps about easing off from your expectations and judgments of other people, because no one's perfect, not even you know, so sometimes it's about easing off. But also this is about choices, so you may have loads of choices again, and it will be up to you with the Nine of Wands to decide what's best for you. So this is again about relying on yourself for your highest good, and with that you will achieve a movement forward. The Three of Wands, again, moving in confidence, you know. I think maybe for some of us as well, like having quite a few choices at one time, I would say. So monogamy, I don't know, for some of you, if you resonate with this, that may be an option here. But ultimately the soulmate card is here with the Sun card. Ultimate happiness is here on the horizon, and this is for the full moon period, so it can extend to sort of, I would say, end of December. Especially with this eclipse, I do feel like it's going to extend quite a few weeks. So yes, maybe expect some choices, some hard decisions to be made. But really stick to yourself. What do you want? What's going to help you grow? What's going to help you move you ahead? Don't step back, I would say here. You know, don't let yourself down in, excuse me, stepping back and my throat chakra. So maybe not communicating your needs, letting yourself down in some sort of way. Always ask yourself, what do I need right now? What's going to help me grow? What's going to be best for me? And trust your intuition, trust your gut. And with that, we have money and career. Opening to discovery, the key again. The key. Ooh, I love that. You are the key, is what the message was. You are the key. Opening to discovery, 34. Number 7, lucky number. Money number as well, actually, which is quite nice. So, money and career. What's happening? Can you give us a message for money and career? Thank you. Money and career. Money and career. Okay, 2 cards apparently. Full, the Full card. Ooh, the breath of life. For some of you, a new job, a new opportunity, new start, opening to discovery. For me, this is very much like childish energy, like having that inner child come through and have that excitement, like being excited to be a student again, for example, learning new things. Maybe even if you thought you've, you know, long learned everything and you don't need to learn anything anymore and you're way past that learning stage of your life. I do feel like we are really stepping into a new territory where I think for some of you, you have been very used to a specific job, for example, or a specific amount of money that you've been earning for a while, and you got very comfortable in that because you knew what was coming. You knew this is your normal, this is just what it is. I think now we are stepping into something completely different, and that may be a bit, not worrisome, but of course anything new can be a bit unsettling before you finally get into your groove. But what this is encouraging you to do is have that childlike excitement where children are just happy to be there. They're just like, yeah, this is so exciting. I'm learning so many new things. And even though I'm not used to this, I can make the best of it. And I'll make friends anyway. And, you know, I'll learn things anyway. And I'll succeed either way. Children don't think about the what if. They don't think about what if I can't do it or what if I'm not good enough. Children are just going and they're just like, yeah, whatever, it'll be fine. So you're really guided to have this sort of energy, to trust. And again, I can't help but keep going back to the first part of the reading with the current situation, that you need to be relying on yourself. That's all you need. You don't need any other tools or knowledge or energy or whatever, money, whatever it may be. You just need yourself, because you are the key to everything. If you're happy with yourself, if you are settled, if you're confident, if you trust yourself fully, if you listen to yourself all the time, if you do things in a way that make you feel good, there is no other option but to succeed. With jobs and money, I do feel like new doors are opening. You have the key, you already have the key. This is the exciting thing. Like, you don't have to really do much apart from now focus on yourself, because you already have the key. So it's not as if like you have to go and now search for the key and you have to like really try hard to like work out how things are going to go. You already have this key in your hand. So all you have to do is open the door and step through. Let's have a story about jobs and career and money. What's happening here with career and money? What is happening career and money wise? Career and money. Please clearly click career and money. Clear message. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Look at the bottom. The High Priestess. Aren't you going to be successful? You are going to be successful. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Okay, so 7 of Swords, the Strength card and Judgment card. there is some very exciting messages coming through. If you applied for a job, likelihood is you will hear very soon about the outcome of it. I do see the outcome very positively because we have the High Priestess, whoops, right underneath, the King of Wands. Okay, and the Five of Cups as well. So it may be, for some of you, it may not be a decision or like an opportunity that you thought it was going to go to, but it's going to be something even better. So just don't despair and be flexible is what I would say. But either way, this is very positive for your own growth, for your own development. Leo energy, money, success, confidence, growth, bad bitch energy, bad man energy. Somebody who feels really good. And Judgment is the return of karma. You are getting what you deserve in the best way possible. What's meant for you will always find you, and now you're finally getting it. It's on its way to you. So very, very positive things. When can we expect this? Maybe we could do a number. When can we expect this? Can you give us a number? Okay, so 2, 3. Could be in 2 days, could be in 2 weeks, 3 days, 3 weeks. Could also be February or March for some of you. But I do feel like this is a more of a shorter time period. So 2 days. So that would be, what, the 10th? 2 weeks, roughly, let's say the 23rd, which is actually the new moon. So yes. Right, so very interesting messages. Let me know what you thought. Please let me know how things have worked out for you, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you in another one of my videos. Or if you wanted to, you can listen to my podcast, which is Card Readings on the Go. It's on Spotify, on Anchor, or any other platforms, and I'll also link it below. All the best and good luck, and I'm really excited for you and me. Yay, let's go, let's enjoy this full moon.